Hi everyone, Simon says it's time for FlossTube. So, I'm going to have a shower and come back soon because maybe I can look like I woke up a little bit even though it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll see you soon. Bye guys! Hi everyone, it's Julie Sylver Stitches. It is Sunday, May 31st, 2020. Welcome to your last day of mania. If you're doing that. I kind of did it, kind of didn't. What is rule number 1? Wash the lens. Hold on, party people. Alright, we're back. Julie in HD now. No, not really. Just a clean camera lens. Okay. I play on my phone a lot. There's a lot of scrolling. Okay, so, no particular order. Simon said it was time for a video. Julie did not. But at least, hopefully, I'll look a little bit better than I did before. Okay, so, I'm going to start with my daily video, my daily stitching. Not my daily stitching. My stitch when I see a particular person stitching. So here we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome. I'm going to try, I don't know if it's going to work, I'm going to try today to edit in something different. We'll see how that goes. Because although I'm learning how Filmora Go works, I don't really know if that's the program for me. We'll see. That's all I got. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. So, let's start. First on the pile, because there's a pile today. It includes whips, no finishes, no haul, and a new start and a potential new start but didn't work, and I'll tell you about it after. Plus I'm going to have some fabric changes. It's going to be great. Okay, so first up is Nora Corbett's Buttercup. I work on her probably 3 to 4 times a week for probably about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour a day. So here we go. Here she is. Is this even the right way? No, not even the right way, people. It goes this way. There we go. There we go. That's better. So this is just the middle of her dress, because I started in the middle. And these, where you don't see anything stitched yet, are all beads. So I've fully done, minus the beads, 4 blocks of 100. So that's cool. And it's going really well. So I'm really happy with the fabric. I'm really happy with the stitches. I'm really happy that this Mirabilia is going to get completed. She's not a Mirabilia, she's a Nora Corbett. Same designer, different names, right? Well, no, I guess it's a Mirabilia design, right? I never know, but it's design. Anybody want to fill me in? That. If I don't pick it myself, that was going to be my screenshot. Okay, where are we going to put all the stuff that is done? I have a whole setup. See, a new shelf. Ooh, right? So this is this up here, side note, is a keyboard that my mother-in-law gave us. Needleminder Floss for New project. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to put it right there. That's how that's going to work. Move over the drink. Do the things. Make this all even so that it will balance properly. And hopefully it's all going to work out. Right, that's going to be last. Okay, so next. There's 2 weeks of projects. I'm really not awake yet. 2 weeks of progress on my on my A is for Apple by is this Alma or is this Sharon? Hey, people. Oh, it's up on top. I think it's Sharon. Sharon Pope. Yeah, Alright, so There we go. I've got a little bit more filled in, as you'll see. I was very excited. I was going through my old whips today of things, or that I've kitted up that I'm no longer doing, or, you know, one of those kind of things. And, sorry if you can hear Simon. He's, treat. Can I turn it around? He's chasing his tail. I don't think he's a cat. I think he's a dog. Regardless, better than what he could be doing, which was, this is like my 4th or 5th time trying to video this. So, here we go. Back to this, back to stitching. So, these are going to be lemons. And I couldn't tell the difference, like, when I look at it normally, this is picking up really well, because when I look at it normally, the leaf looks really not like a leaf when it's real life. But on here, it looks like a leaf. It's magical what the magic of cameras can do. Alright, so that's that. If I'm speeding through, that's not what I wanted to happen. Hold please. Alright, I'm back again. Apparently I've learned how to use the pause button today, because, anyway. So I feel as if, I know I did, I finished the Stitching Gains challenge for Mini Beginner Seashell. Look at me go. Finally, by the end of the month. I'm going to insert a picture here of what it's going to look like in the end. And so I got in my 100 stitches per day all this week. So here we go. So here I am. Amazing, right? Holy cow. The progress that I made over the last week alone. But there is a story, of course. There's always a story. So somewhere, I'm going to fold it up because it's going to be easier to see. And of course, oh yeah, so if you can tell, this row of 3 plus 1 is supposed to be in line with that. This is, focus. I don't know if that did anything. Okay. So, see this one? Stop. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 3, and you see this 1, 2, 3 up there? Those are supposed to be in line with each other. It's not happening. It's not gonna. So, does that mean? So I have to rip out the cat, because the cat, at least the cat's ear, from like the ear over, kind of like this whole section, needs to come out. This whole section needs to come out, because when I was stitching it, not realizing, me being tired maybe, I don't know what the situation was, this stitch, this little lonesome by itself stitch all the way over here, is not supposed to be the end. There's one more row, like one more vertical. So needless to say, this is going to time out. Time out. It was going to be for a sal I'm doing for, so, alright, let's talk about that. Michelle Bundy, and McKenna Stitching in Sequins, and Erin 2 Martini Stitcher, and Alicia, sorry, Resist Stitch. So there's a bike ride that for a fundraiser. Nope. There's a bike ride for a fundraiser that normally happens, I guess, for one of Alicia's, is it Alicia's company? I'm going to post a link down below about the Velo-Ride. Okay. Alicia, Michelle Bendy, McKenna, and Erin 2 Martini Stitcher are all in a web, a Zoom call or whatever, explaining the whole thing. So regardless, in the end, that's 100 hours on a project, over the month of July and August, months of July and August. The ride is June 18th. Like, the ride weekend is supposed to be the weekend of June 18th. So I know that Gary from Sunshine Stitchers is doing a ride. Like, I guess he's going on a, I don't know if he's riding a real bike, or if he's just got a home bike. I don't know. Anyway, so he's a biker anyway, so he is going to do like a 50 miles per day thing. Anyway, so for the Stitchers, for the world of the Stitchers, this requires, it's a fundraiser. They explain it. It is what it is. How I'm taking it, I don't know if I'm going out my own door, or if I'm even allowed, or I'm sure I'm allowed. But I'm stitching on 100 hours on one project over July and August. It was going to be this. It could still be this. It starts tomorrow. If I rip out all of this lovely, I don't have one of the colors anymore because I ran out of it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have yet to get to Michael's. I don't really want to do the curbside pickup situation that they're potentially offering. I don't want to really go in the store yet because, you know, scary. But if I don't do that, mini beginner seashell, I'm gonna be pulling this girl back out. She is Sad Fairy by Elena Lazareva. Look at me go! I didn't even say it for like a month. And it's gonna look like this when it's done. And then I guess I was gonna pull her out after, but you know, it is what it is. Carrie, if you have your fabric yet, I'm ready to go. But I will pull it out again whenever you decide to get your fabric. It's not really a choice of getting fabric. It's whenever you get the fabric. So, stitching this on Pattern Keeper. So, life is good. Also, stitching this one. I'm doing this one also on Pattern Keeper. Look at me go. Okay, so, guys, I think this is going to be my new look. I like this. The magic of eyeliner. Okay, so, here we go. Here's where I'm leaving off. Starting. If I choose to. That's pretty good color differentiation. This up here, there's another one down there. That needs to get ripped out. There's another one down here. That is not the color party, people. Apparently my 225 is not labeled properly. This is on an 18 count white Aida from Michael's. It came in a big tube. It was great. Christmas. This is all in my Heather's Handcrafting bag. My one and only project bag that I got for my birthday. Didn't get it for my birthday, got it for Christmas. And I just realized, guys, those are snails. Snails! I've been looking at this fabric for how many months now? And I just realized the other day that they were snails. So, what? Wow, if you heard that, like, they're scaring each other, the cats. It's okay, it's playtime apparently. No longer sleep time. So, yeah, so Caroline, Off the Grid Needle Arts, has a fabric right now in her shop almost like this, but like a pink colorway instead of a blue colorway. I might need to get it. I don't know if they're going to be around for long. I don't know how much fabric she has, but oh, I'm going to have to press pause eventually. Remind me at the end that I need to press pause to go get something from a bag that I take to work. Again, Simon was ready for a video. Julie was not. That's going to go back on the ground. That threw me for a loop. This. Anyway, so Heather's Handcrafting also makes needle books. And in the needle book there is... So it's felt on the inside. And there's a pocket for any floss that you're currently using for your project, and it comes nicely all tied up. And this needle minder as well, same coordinating fabric. Oh jeez, wrong side guys, I don't do that very often. So that is the this, why can't I do this today? This the actual thing is the same fabric as the back, I think. Yep. And then I don't know where she got the stripy fabric from for the other side. I can't really tell. Anyway, that's my one and only needle minder. I need more. I need more. Also, like, I need more project bags, because clearly Ziploc bags, as you saw, that was the whole falling down situation. I had everything stacked up. I took everything out of the bags, and it still fell on the ground, because I realized the next pattern that I'm about to show you is in a plastic sleeve thing, like the page protector. So, here we go. And I decided I actually wanted to get dressed today because I've been seeing other floss tubers over the last week, and everybody is all fancy now. I think people just need to be able to want to get out. And so they're doing the whole thing. Alright, here we go. Next up on the pile is Bloom Where You Are Planted. So this piece I'm going to talk about in a little bit. I'll tell the theory, my new what I'm doing for how I get through my projects. So yeah, Bloom Where You Are Planted is by Needlework Press. Pulled that one from my memory. Alright, so it says just Bloom Where You Are Planted. I'm going to change that to 20 whatever year I finish it in. But I'm hoping that it's going to be finished this year, because look, in reality, I'm not that far along, but at the same point, look, it's not in any of the called for colors, because clearly I don't do that. This was my last start in December, so December 31st, and yesterday I was able to put in the pink tips and the bee. So I'm just starting on the owl next whenever I get to it next. You want to talk about some fabric changes? Let's talk about some fabric changes now. This might need a drink. I decided I wanted to pull out a Mill Hill because I wanted to pull out a Mill Hill yesterday as one of my new things that I'm going to talk about in a second or 10. So this one is called Peacock. It's a curly girl design by Mill Hill. It says, have only one rule, be your wild, courageous, brilliant self every single day, no matter what. This piece has been going on for a very long time. I've been trying to stitch it for a very long time. It was my first time really working on linen. It was my first time working 2/2. That's what I said about my Mirabilia, but this is different, man. This is different. Colored linen. So it's going to be super see-through. Let's just put the next project behind it. So it all looks great, right? It all looks great. It all looks fantastic. But then I realized, oh yeah, I have a new theory about the hoop. The hoop is my friend. So it's going to look great. It's going to look great in the end. But the last time I picked it up, whenever that was, so these greens look very similar, right? Very similar. Apparently, this green, of those so many rows, had to be that darker green. What? Why? Why did I mess that up so bad? Anyway, so Ooh. I'm just going to start it again. I'm not going to rip it out, even though that was probably the more economical and convenient and whatever way of doing it. I don't love these top stitches up here, how they're coming out. I guess I do that face a lot. Okay, so they're just not neat. Those snowflakes. Maybe I'm just being too picky now, but Stitch It Central in London, Ontario, is where I'm getting my fabric and items for my fabric and floss for Christmas gifts by Praiseworthy Stitches. They also carry this linen as well, so it's just a 28 count. What's to say it here? Of course not. Anyway, these are the other ones in the line, just if you wanted to know. They're all kind of, I don't know what you saw there, but we're moving on. We're moving on. Alright. Oh, so yeah. Not necessarily changing the fabric, just getting new fabric. Because this is when I first started learning, and I might say a whole lot of four-letter words still while I'm stitching on linen, but I think I can make it look better than that. So my next on the pile, which I'm not changing fabric for, I just didn't realize it was here, is Fairy Tale by Dimensions. She's gonna be beautiful when she's done. Beautiful. Okay. And then, so I worked at the same time frame as my other stitches from Bloom Where You're Planted. So last time you saw it, I did not have this thing filled in yet, and I worked on the blue up here to even out that row of 10, that column of 10. So I like how you can actually see the tree. Like, you can see the tree coming to life. It's really nifty and cool. Alright. Are we ready to change fabrics? So this is I don't UFO many things. Like, sometimes I say, you know, I'm not going to stitch it, it just needs to go on a timeout, yada yada yada. I changed my mind because I changed my mind about everything that I went through the other day, a couple weeks ago, about what I wanted to keep versus what I didn't want to keep, what I was in there. I ended up keeping everything. So, but this one, I think it really does need to go, because Floral Retreat by Dimensions, there are more half stitches of 3, 4, and 5 lengths of thread in the needle than anything else in this piece. Like, I don't. Anyway, this might become, well, this will become a UFO, this actual piece, but this, the floss, the threads that I showed you yesterday on Instagram, if you're following me, this is where those threads came from. So this was my original start a long time ago. I added all these stitches here. I added all these stitches up here a little bit, all of the darker ones, and then that wasn't working out because I think I fudged counting. Apparently I just couldn't count yesterday. So instead I just decided I wanted to try and start in the middle, and then so goes. I'm gonna rip it out, but you might as well see what it was supposed to look like in the end. Those are like 6/1 and 5/1 half stitches. So what? Like I said, I don't normally completely UFO a whole project like this, but I think it's gonna have to happen. And you know what I was thinking would be perfect on this? It's 14 count, and it's not, you know, it might not fit, but it's pretty big. It's pretty big for this project that I'm about to show you. And here she comes. My next Mira. This is Savannah's Curtsy. I'll show you where I got to. I didn't get to any further than last week, but I haven't counted it out yet, but I'm gonna count it out and try and figure out if I can fit it on this, because this is like an off-white Ada. Like, it's not white. So those white stitches, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. I'm not gonna be frustrated about counting over 2. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if it fits. Hopefully it fits. Otherwise, I might just order another piece of like an 18 count, just so that it looks still relatively nice-ish, even though my mom has probably already forgotten about it. But here's where it is. That's a heck of a lot of stitches to just go away with, right? Like, it's beautiful, but I hit a brick wall when I got to the white stitches in the dress, and there's a lot of them, so I was not very excited when I realized what was going to happen. I kind of realized it before, but it didn't really clue in, you know? I was like, I can do it. And I was theoretically thinking I was going to finish that in a year, so my eyes would have been the same as they, you know, would have been when I started, and they're not, and anyway. So okay, so Thursdays and or Fridays, I've been starting a new thing every week for the last a little while, right? Right. So the picture that I'm going to show you here, I tried to start it on white. I don't think I have it. Hold please. So I had an epically big piece of 32 count white Lugana, maybe? I don't know, even weave of some kind. And so, in reality, sorry if it's dirty, I can see those holes, okay? On the 32 count, they're defined holes. I decided to dye my first thing, which was pretty cool. It was a good experience overall. It turned out really well, in theory. It's not gonna, no. It could be beautiful. It's a beautiful purple. I love it, but can I see those holes? Nope. Nope, I can't. So that project kind of got kiboshed. There was going to be a color theme. I wasn't going to do it all in white. I would have to get rid of the purple that's in here, but hold please while I try and finagle a color palette on said. Well, maybe the purple might be light enough, but still, regardless, it's not happening, so. Sorry, I'm just trying to put all the colors out. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Alright, so I'm going to awkwardly hold it up so that you can all see it. How does everybody do this? Firstly, everybody has rings. I don't have a ring. So, alright, let's try and do that. Can we make it balanced so that, do you see that? So, in reality, it could be a good color palette for, you know, all of those colors. But, no, I can't. Maybe it was night and I couldn't see properly. I tried 1/2. I mean, 1/, because the size of that fabric has to now be 1/1, or like over 1, not over 2. Because Julie and her cutting skills don't get along. So there's that. because I would have been able to do it over 2, I think, if I cut the actual piece of fabric properly, but I didn't, so there's that. I always heard that, you know, when you dye your own things, or when, you know, things are dyed, they turn to a different count, but somehow you don't believe it until it actually happens. I believed it, I just didn't. Is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's in the past. I have this fantastic purple now, and I don't know what to do with it. Alright, so my actual new start is from this. This is when Simon came in and told me, Mama, it's time to film. So I don't have as much done of it as I want to, but that's okay. So I decided I wanted to do this guy hanging right here. This guy. This bunny hanging upside down on the... This is the Bee Bunny calendar, September 2017 to December 2018. It came in a World of Cross Stitching magazine. So my relatively uber tiny start, because I wanted to do a little bit more, but this is the top of it. And then Simon finally said, one really needs to do a FlossTube episode today, so get moving, you know, is what he said to me in his little cat language. Anyway, it is what it is. That will go back in there. Yeah, so super small-ish start, but a start nonetheless. So over the last week, I've learned how to crochet. I'm trying to, so remember when I was using the, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was making a thing for a face mask, right? So the Mandala Sparkle, is it Mandala? Mandala Sparkle colorway of Aquarius, I think. Anyway, it's a 3-weight yarn. This is the smallest yarn possible. Not possible, of course, because there's fingerling, but it is what it is. Look at me talk like I'm an actual yarn person. Okay, so here's the situation. All you knitters out there, if there are any, when it sits naturally, okay, there's got an arc to it. Is that because I don't have enough rows to make it weighted right? Or did I skip something in my, do you even know what I'm trying to say? Like, did I miss some of my slip stitches? What are the first line of stitches? Did I not pick up enough? Regardless, whatever. It's fine. It's just practicing. So, I'm not making anything yet. But this first row is a single stitch. This row next is a double stitch. And then I think I went back to a single stitch. And then now I'm attempting on my next row, tertiary stitch 3. Anyway, a 3 stitch, not just a duo. Not just a 2, a 3, and not just single. So 1, 2, 1, and then I'm going to try and do a 3. But I need to make my yarn not in 2 strands. I need to make it as a thicker, because I've tried in this skein of yarn. Is that a cake? Yeah. To do it, can't do it yet. That also might be because I don't have the right hook for that size of, because I'm using a 5.5 right now, I think, and that, oh my goodness, teeny tiny. Drink. Alright, so my new stitching length thing. It's called hashtag Stitch 75. It all started when, so on my phone, on YouTube, I have it set so that every hour and 15 minutes it tells me to get up and do something else. So, you know, it pauses the video, it comes up with a new screen, it says, hey, you have been sitting here for an hour and 15 minutes watching, you know, whatever you're watching. Go do something else with your life. Or get up and stretch, or blah, 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 you know what I mean? So, I've taken that cue as, and I had preset that somehow magically on my phone. I don't know how I did it. So I want to do the same thing on my tablet via YouTube, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, but if I'm watching something on YouTube on my tablet, I just time it on my phone. What happened to my lip? I have no idea, guys. No idea. Anyway, and then, so yeah, so if I'm watching YouTube on my phone, times me hour and 15 minutes of whatever episode it is. Like, if it's a 15-minute, like, it's the length of duration of time that I've been watching in a row, right? That I didn't press pause, or I didn't, you know, turn it off, or whatever. So, it'll let me know. That's when I know I need to switch projects. So, I've posted a few things that have the hashtag Stitch75. Yeah, so it's enough time to say that I worked on it, but it's not enough time to say that I worked on it all day. Like, it's enough to say that, you know, I put stitches into it, but not enough to be like, oh, this took me forever, and I was working on it forever, and, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what Stitch 75 is. Just trying to figure out if there's anything else. I have to add everything together anyway. The next clip you're gonna see is my the first time Simon jumped up on me. Hilarious. It wasn't as, I don't know. I like the second time he jumped up on me, so that's why we're doing it that way. It was just funny. Like, it was just too cute, too funny, too whatever, to not post, because, you know, I was being cutesy and Simon was being Simon, and have you already, anyway, I won't ruin it for you. So I'm gonna leave you here. I know it's not a super long video, but maybe next week, because maybe by next week I'll have some new things to show you for haul. Maybe. If I can coordinate with the nice lady, the nice woman at Stitch It Central, the people at Stitch It Central. Did I tell you last week that she's going to look for a new fabric for me because vellum is taking its sweet time and getting to her for understandable reasons, no problem, from Picture This Plus. So she says she has all of the threads that I asked for, so that's great. She was just waiting on the fabric, so therefore I asked her again this week. I said, so how's the fabric search going? You know, in a nice way, just so that she doesn't get all like, oh, this person, you know. So she said, let me get back to you. I left it at the shop. I have it all sorted out. I just haven't, you know, sent you the information yet. So fingers crossed that she's going to be able to get it to me, shipped out at least by this week. Hopefully. So then maybe next week or the week after I'll have something to show you. That's new and fun. And something from Carolyn Czuk Stitches. Nope. Czuk Stitch. I won something from her last week, so she's getting it shipped out this week, so hopefully, who knows how long it's going to take from Oregon, but that's okay, because that's on the other side of the continent, North America. I live in Ontario. There's a couple 100 kilometers between us. So, no worries. Plus, it's, you know, going through borders of states to Canada, so we'll see how that goes too. I haven't watched much of her, but I am now totally on the Stitch, nope, the X Stitch MD train. Shiloh is great. She's great. Who else did I maybe watch this week? That's relatively new to me. Anybody, Charlotte? Is there anybody else? She's like, I don't know, Mama. I just want you to stop talking so I can go back to sleep. I think that's it. Not it. Little Yellow House Crafts. Little Yellow House Crafts. I've started also to binge watch her because I have a lot of episodes to catch up on. She's super fun as well. Anybody else? I think that might be it. Charlotte, are we going to say bye to the people? She's sitting on the couch that's over there, so it is what it is. I went through all my projects. I went through the sal that I'm going to be doing with Michelle, McKenna, Erin, and Alicia. And I went through my new hashtag. And I should do all my new starts and my partial new starts. I do want to try and stitch something on that purple, but it's not going to be 1 over 1, I'll tell you that. Or it's not going to be over 1. It's going to be something smaller that's over 2. Oh, my shoulder. So normally, all week long on my, or all month long I should say, on my, when I was stitching on the seashell, that's what we're calling her now, the Mini Beginner Seashell by Hade, I was using, sorry guys, I have all these great plans before, and then I change my mind about what I want to talk about, and then have it don't fall. Okay, so I use a massive Q-snap so that I don't have to go back and forth and try and readjust every time. So this is the Q-snap I've been using. I don't have a stand, I don't have a lap frame, I don't have a whatever, I don't have anything. It's just being held in my lap with one arm. That's my bad arm. Because now I have a bad arm. I'm realizing that this is not helping the situation. So now, even though I'm going to have to move it around a little bit more, I'm back to the hoop. I'm back to the hoop. The hoop is my friend. Right now I don't know where my spring-loaded hoop is, so I'm just using this one. It is a finishing hoop, I think, because there's a little, you know, hanger. But a hoop is a hoop. It's way easier to hold. It's way lighter. It's not big and cumbersome, and yeah. So that added a good 5 minutes to my thing for stories. Yeah, we're just going to sit here and look at each other awkwardly because I think I'm done, but I don't know, and I don't want to have to turn it off and then be like, oh, I forgot. Because, you know, that always happens. Always happens. Part of me wants to go for a walk in my big fancy clothes because I got dressed up and, you know, did part of my makeup and all that stuff, but part of me just wants to continue stitching. I am watching right now, while Simon interrupted me before this, the Sunshine Stitchers. I really can't say that. So I'm partway through that episode, so I'm going to probably go back and continue working on this until my hour and 15 is up of that, because that's a new start, so that, you know, why not? Have you guys ever met Zippy before? Come on. So, this is Zippy. He's my turtle. There's a skating story attached to it, so I'm not slow. I'm just, there was an incident on the ice, took far longer to get up from than I should have, and so my coach got me Zippy my following birthday, as like a reminder. So now turtles are my thing. Turtles are my thing. Will I ever stitch a turtle? I want to. Do I have any turtle patterns? Not, except for that Turtly Awesome one that I gave to my friend a couple weeks ago. Oh, she absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it, that card. Oh, the other thing. Oh, the other thing. Okay. Woo! So when I get the gumption, when I get the adrenaline or the whatever to want to reorganize all of my flosses, that's happening because I have a whole lot of cardstock that we're not going to use for anything else, in different colors and different, sizes, and so I'm just going to cut it down. But, and I have a laminator. So I'm going to take my DMC, I'm going to make little bobbins. I'm probably not going to do anything other than bobbinate them. But I'm going to write the color number on the paper before I laminate it. Therefore, nothing is coming off. It is not coming off of there. Because, the plastic bobbins, the wooden bobbin, like the paper bobbin, like the cardboard bobbins, sometimes it all wears off, right? So my new theory, I just have to, sorry, I'm watching Simon. I could watch these cats all day. Anyway, so cut out, I don't know, I'm going to find a template of some kind because I want them all to be the same. And then laminate them. No, right on, plus I have a whole DMC color chart. Like, do you have this color? Do you have this color? Yeah, I printed it out. So, where am I going with this? They're going to be laminated. The color's not going to rub off on them. Like the marker isn't going to rub off even if you use a Sharpie, even if you use a whatever. The sticker's not going to fall off. The piece of paper that you inserted and like underneath everything isn't going to fall out. It's going to be great. I just need to do it because me. So right now I'd rather stitch than organize. So since I do have a new shelf here, that whole disaster over there can now move over here. So when you absolutely, first look into the family room, because that's where my stitching spot is, in the family room, you don't see the disaster. That's over there. You can, turn the corner and then potentially see the disaster that's on the shelf right here. But that's not the plan. That's not part of the... We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just need more storage things, boxes, something. But that will be like a trip to Walmart or a... Who knows where I'm going to get it from. So, any other news? I don't really have any new starts planned, but I kind of just pick up what I want to do most. I think that might be it, guys. 49 minutes. I think that might be it. I don't have anything else to say per se. This video is going to be a long time to edit because last week, the hour and 10 minutes, that was 3 different clips, right? Because my phone only saves 33 minutes at a time. So I think I spent more time, well, that's what they say, right? You spend more time editing it than you do, filming it. That was last week. I was like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Because then it had to compile itself all together. And I was going to do a stitch with me in this video. Maybe I'll save that for next week because I don't really know what I want to work on versus I don't want to reorganize the world. So maybe it'll be a stitch with me next week because not that I have anything else other than, stuff to show you to talk about, but that's okay. By next week, it'll be... So my grandmother's birthday is on Friday, so it's coming up. But she's passed away, so, and I work, so I don't know why I'm telling you any of this. So there we go. So I might start something really special. This new start coming up. We'll see. It's been around for a while, and I might figure out how to find fabric for it and yada yada yada. So who knows what's gonna happen. I have potentially working on 2 haids this week, because, you know, why not? And I'm just doing the things. I'm gonna let you go because I'm totally rambling now, and I will talk to you next week. Bye everybody, sparkle and shine, have a great week. Hi everyone, it's Julie, Silver Stitches, and Simon. He just jumped up on my lap. I was stitching away, and poof, there he was. He was like, Mama, it's time for a video. So it's 1:30 on Sunday, May 31st. And if you want to see a carrot chomp, it's the cutest thing. I'll just chew on the side of my finger. Oh my goodness. Okay, are we going to go down? I wasn't really ready for a video yet, clearly. Look at me. Come on now. Who knows? We're going to do this, Simon? Are you going to sit in my lap for the whole thing? What are you doing? This is the baby boy. The baby boy Simon.